Well, the new Avengers picked it up this week. Had a crazy night on Tuesday. I went round to friends, we got a bit hammered and watched 5 or 6 episodes, and I'll tell you something, our heads got totally done in. I've not seen this for a long time, the new Avengers. I got incredibly excited about it. This is a masterpiece of 1970s British television at its best. This is ITV's golden years. Mike Gambit, Purdy and Steed and Joanna Lumley. She's so beautiful. So we'll go into a bit of history first. There were 26 episodes in between 1976 and 77. I used to watch it fanatically as a kid, and some of the stories in this, like Norse, about a giant rat running around, it's just crazy. There's Complex, one in Canada, about this computer that works for KGB, and they all think it's an agent called Scapino. It's not, it's just a computer. It's just incredible, you know. So I went round with my friends, we watched 4 or 5 episodes, and we were hammered, and it were absolutely spectacular. We were creasing up. I mean, it bent your sanity with some of the stories in this. Brian Clemens and Dennis Spooner are geniuses when they wrote this. It's like a new team. Do you remember the old series of the Avengers with Mrs. King, Tara King and Mrs. Peel, Honor Blackman, the golden years? I mean, I've got all the Avengers on DVD. I've got the Tara King years on Blu-ray. And every now and again, I like to just, when I go away, if I take a portable DVD player, I always take the Avengers with me. So if I'm sat on a train, I watch it, and I just can't get enough of it, you know. And it's just insane. The villains in this, like Eagle's Nest, which is the first one, is set in Scotland with these Nazis all dressed as monks, and they've got no bullets. They've got one machine gun that loads up. So they run around, they've learned the art of assassinating people with fishing rods. Now, over years, when everybody talk about the Avengers, that's the episode they mention. The one with people assassinating Nazis with fishing rods. And they're trying to resurrect Hitler. And Peter Cushion's in this episode, who never...
2003 movie directed by Kevin Reynolds.
That's Alexa. It's a bit creepy sometimes, just talks to you. Sorry, Peter Cushing, he never ages, does he? He never ages. Has he always been that age? But there is like 1 or 2 two-parters in here, which is good. But you get to know about the department where Steve sort of works. It's like Steve's sort of in charge of it now. He's like replaced Mother, you know, and he's in charge. And there is 2 proteges who he's training up. But Joanna Lumley's absolutely spectacular. But I mean, I'm not being like... But she always ends up getting her clothes ripped off or soaking wet. That happened quite a lot in these episodes. One of the continuations from the Emma Peel years, Dinah Rigg actually does appear in this, but it's all film footage in one of the episodes. But one of the crazy episodes is the return of the Cybernaut, or is it Last Cybernauts? That is hilarious, this villain. And he's in Eagle's Nest, actually, as a monk. He's in a wheelchair, and he's obsessed with getting his revenge on the 3 of them. And he gets the Cybernaut body, and he goes on this rampage, and it's just absolutely hilarious. But he goes down and attacks Purdy first. He had to pick on Purdy. I mean, there's something perverse about this episode. It's just so funny. And they turn up with... plastic skin and do him, and it don't really, I think a lot of people think, well, how did you defeat a cyborg with plastic skin? I mean, he did look like a cheesy cyborg. I mean, the Cybernauts were amazing. The original episodes were brilliant, but this is not a bad episode. There is some stinkers in here, but you want that, do you know what I mean? And there is some sort of writing in this where there was some sort of realistic episodes, but it's the far-fetched, like these world domination crazy people schemes that are just brilliant. The villains are worthy of each episode. I mean, the characters, I mean, they go through these big crazy crazy insane plots, and these three turn up and then just do him at the end. I mean, they completely do the villain and the humiliation, and it's worth it every bit of the chemistry between the three of them is fantastic. And Joanna Lumley is definitely the heart of the team, and you're really focused on it. She's such a lady. I can see why remember when Gordon Brown sort of got political with her and everybody backed her with the Gurkhas and that, and he had to back down. She's the national treasure, isn't she, Joanna Lumley? She's great. Patrick McNee's just a gentleman. He is that to me. He is a true English gentleman of that sort of classic stereotype. Is brilliant. Gambit, he's your muscle man. I don't know, you can have a lot of fun with Gambit. You do like him, but he don't really offer. He's just like a super hard man running about, kicking doors open and jumping and womanising. I mean, it's got all the stereotypes in this, you know, but I do like Gambit's character. I like the three of them. I don't have a bad word to say about this. The episode Gladiators is hilarious. There's Russian Superman. He's like a life coach, and he can punch through metal, and when he hits people, it's like this super karate whoosh noise, like whoosh, and they go flying all over the place. And he's sent on a mission to destroy this computer complex in the Canadian Secret Service. But I mean, he gets all these men, and he tells them all to kill each other. Whoever survives will, like, serve with them. And he teaches them all these you can deflect bullets with your hands. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, they unleash a full machine gun on him, and it's like that. You know, it's just, you can't get your head around it. And while all this is going on, they're going to rob this, like, or destroy this thing in this Secret Service building. But why didn't he stick dynamite on the door and blow it through? No, instead, him and his Superman, they go around punching this door, right? And I'm thinking, well, you're not going to get out alive, man. You know, and it's just sheer insanity. I mean, this guy could have Sminsky's way of life coaching. It is that funny, and it is a great episode. But none of these guys look like Superman. You'd see him down Witherspoons. This is what's hilarious about it. Well, anyway, all that's going on in Gladiators, and they get into the building through the power of whatever they do, it's stealth and the rest of it, which is sheer insanity. Right, these three turn up and defeat all his Supermen. Then it's just them three, and he stops punching this. I mean, it's going to take it. All right, he's like trying to tear this like 4-foot metal titanium door apart, and he turns around and says, "Now you're going to face the master." And he's like, they've got the guns on him, and he's there with hands focused. And Steve just says to him, "I've seen this before." You know, it's like to Steve, it's nothing new, right? Is that it? And then it's like he says, but his weakness, what? He can only focus on one thing at a time. And Steve says, "Can you focus on two?" And twats him with a bowler hat. I mean, does him with a bowler hat. And that is what the Avengers is about. But it's the humour and the chemistry and the writing. It's so colourful and so positive. I mean, you know, you actually have memories of watching it. And I'm going to watch a few more today. The sheer brilliance of the new Avengers. I mean, I could go, Nose is hilarious about the giant rat. That's based on a Thunderbird. They actually took the script from Thunderbird's episode, you know, with the giant alligators, but put it into Nose and stuff, which is sort of interesting. But Dennis Spooner and Brian Clemens are sheer genius. Is it Dennis Spooner? Yeah, it's Brian. Sorry. Dennis Spooner and Brian Clemens. You see, they started, when it went to Canada, they started writing professionals. Now this is where Bodie and Doyle's origin comes into this, because Purdy's in love with Doyle in this episode. They had an affair in the past. He's got this evil scheme going off to let her miss out, and Bodie's his sidekick. Like, do you know what I mean? He's like his muscle man, and you can tell chemistry between them two. It's the old professionals thing, and that's where this comes into it. So they got the start from this. Now there was rumours, there was a script written. in the, I think it were mid-80s, early 90s, where they were going to bring 2 of them back to do more Avengers, but they actually wrote a draft for the script to Gambit and Purdy, you know, for their own thing, but it never happened. They were both willing to come back, which I thought would, you know, would have been amazing. But Brian Clemens, he went off to America. QM Production, and Quinn Martin with the Invaders, they wanted to do an American version and change the characters, and that never happened. They actually, I think they filmed a pilot for it, so I'm going to dig that pilot out. It must be on YouTube, hopefully. Made a pilot of this like American version. I don't know if it got filmed. Saw reading on one at forums today, but it might have been a script. But if it does exist, I will let you know, and I'll post the link underneath. If it does, it'd probably be like, you know, the many pilot episodes on YouTube. I love pilot episodes for stuff that never got made. Fascinates me. One of the best episodes is so funny. Is Trap, with this guy who is not Chinese or Japanese. Terry Wood's great. I mean, me and my friend we looked into his career. What a character. He's meant to be Japanese or Chinese, as like a samurai drug dealer. And the whole episode is so bad, but so good. And his acting's terrible. He has this ridiculous voice. He's like, he sounds like Baron Greenback, like, hello, I am evil, you know, and all that. And I'm thinking, are you for real? You don't even look Chinese or Japanese. But he's edge of this thing, and you feel sorry for his assistant, because, like, he has all, like, the world criminals in his secret base, which is based in East Anglia. That's where his lair is, big sign, welcome to East Anglia, right? And he's got loads of Japanese or, you know, soldiers driving around in jeeps on this estate in East Anglia. And he's got the world mafia there. Now, and they like keep, every 2 minutes he's telling about his genius and how he's going to destroy these 3. These 3 don't even know about him. He kidnaps them. But in the end, they defeat him. I mean, but he comes to this poor woman, his assistant, she has to tell him, you're basically fucked up again, in front of his, like, criminal counterparts. You know, and they've just given up with him. They just think he's lost the plot. But yeah, Trap is one of the special episodes you've got to get into. But some great ones in here. You know, so you do get extras on. There is extras on this, and you get a booklet. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 discs, 26 episodes on 7 discs. The Definitive Dossier. It's such a pleasure to watch this. And it's just brilliant. So I think that's my review of the new Avengers. Honestly, guys, I could sit here all day and talk about the entire history. Talk about the entire history of this programme. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to get back into watching this now, so I'm going to have some dinner, and I think I'm going to settle into New Avengers for a day. But guys, I do recommend it. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. Please subscribe, give this video a share, and you know what? Get the New Avengers. Brilliant, classic British TV at its apex.